to God and continued to pray tirelessly for the child, for the growth, mind, body, and soul, or you want to be a life that's too busy to attend to family matters.
Blessed day I expect of you, because this is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm expecting you to be rejoicing and be glad in it. I want you to go to Leviticus chapter 26 verse 1. God said, make you no idols, standing image, stone, and do not bow. Do not bow. Do not bow unto idols. When God says do not bow to idol, it's not he knows that in modern day times there won't be any reason for anybody to go into the bush to get any tree or whatsoever molten image and start bowing to it. In fact, it's going to be out of it. You will look insane. But what God is saying there for the 21st generation Christian is that do not compromise your principle. When you compromise your principle, honestly, you have bowed to another God. In fact, you have bowed to a God that has no name. A God that, when a disease has no name, it has no cure. So when you bow to your emotion, you bow to situations, to pressure, to money, to relationships. A lot of people have bowed even to their spouses in such a way that they have placed them as equal as God or even a little higher than God. And listen, whatsoever is representing an idol before you that is standing in between your relationship with your God, God can smite such a thing. Is it money? You can lose your fortune. Is it the job that is so much craved that is depriving you of, worship? It does not take God a second to take it from you. And God does not want you as his child to go through that situation to draw you to him. He wants you to enjoy worshiping him. David enjoyed worshiping God. He would say, the only thing I crave, like you crave chocolate, the only thing David craves is what? To be in God's presence in the house of the Lord. The house of the Lord does not necessarily mean you must sit in the church 24/7, 365. It means you should make your heart so ready, prepared for God's worship. That means every now and then your mind must really be aligned with the throne of the Almighty. That is what the Lord is expecting of us. Leviticus 26:1, if you're not careful, you interpret it wrongly, and that is why the Lord has asked me to tell you, listen, you don't need to start searching for an altar. Once your heart is ready willing to relate with Christ, is already an altar there, because Christ wants to live in your heart, not in that building, not in that cathedral, not in that place of worship that you have to take mileage to get to. No, he expects you to prepare your heart as a living sacrifice, to let you know how easy it is to enjoy God, so that every other thing, the Bible says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and every other thing will be added. And God is spirit. Remember when Jesus met that woman, that Samaritan woman at the well, when she said, you Jews, Jesus said, you Samaritans. Have you forgotten that even salvation will come through the Jews? Maybe you should go and read your scroll or whatsoever. And the lady agreed. Then she said, our ancestors worshipped at Gerizim, here at Gerizim, and you Jews prefer that we should come worship in Jerusalem. Think about that. Then Jesus said to her, it is not a matter of here or there. A time is coming when you won't even have to worship the Father at Gerizim or at Jerusalem. Because what? God, and he said the time is now, because God is spirit, and whosoever will worship God will worship him in spirit and in truth. Brother, sister, whosoever you are, wherever you're watching from, get ready to worship God in spirit and in truth. That is when you can get swift response to prayer. That is when you won't have to fast, white fasting, water fasting, lemon fasting, melon fasting, whatsoever fasting, before you receive from God. God is full of grace. He's ready to outpour blessing on you, but he expects you to be what? To be aligned with him in the spirit. Whatsoever will deprive you of worshiping your God in spirit and in truth, I pray the Lord helps you to deal with it. In Jesus Christ's mighty name, I pray. So on this note, I want to say thank you for staying tuned until the next episode, when we're going to be coming together again. Ponder on it, and it's going to benefit your Christian living.